What is going on? YouTube, comic family. How y'all guys doing, man? On this beautiful Sunday here in Florida. The weather is nice outside, man. And I gotta make sure I got this on mute there. Yep, that's good. You know what, man? This is the comic book community shout out show. I want to say thank you so much for everyone that want to hang out on this Sunday, even though there's some playoff football going on right now. Because after the show, I'm gonna watch some football, man. I'm gonna watch some football and just making sure I got everything straight here. I got two screens going on, guys. Got my notes. We're gonna have a very special guest, and stay tuned for that because it is the comic assassin will be in the house, man. He will be in the house for the first time ever. That is a true first, guys. If you don't know, he will be in the house. And you know, before we get the show started, I want to say real quick, man. If you haven't seen the show before, please subscribe, like, and subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff is what I like to say. And not only that, I usually do a bonus shout out at the end of the show, but I want to do the bonus shout out right now because you know what? This channel right now, you guys probably know him already, but you know what? He puts out great content and he actually hangs out with his kids on a Saturday morning. And this shout out, bonus shout out, goes to John Comics with Kids. So, John, there it is, brother. You get the bonus shout out for this Sunday. Carmetta, what are you doing? So, check it out, man. John Comics with Kids also puts out great content, great edit videos. And you know what? He has multiple characters, man. It's dope what he does, man. He was on vacation. He was trying to take a shit the other day. But he couldn't. So he went outside. He was hanging out in the snow, holding the combo, just shivering and stuff like that. It's dope, but it's awesome, man. All you gotta do is check out John Comics with Kids. He comes in right now at 909 subscribers, man. So what you want to do right now? Run to his channel, hit the like, subscribe, and you know what? Take it from there, man. Make sure every Saturday morning. Watch it, man. Watch it because he hangs out with his two little girls, Kate and Charlie, and they read books just like John does. So it's a great channel for something you want to wake up to Saturday morning, eat your breakfast, or drink coffee, or drink tea. That's what John drinks. John drinks tea. So you know, make sure you do that. So before we get to our special guest, I want to acknowledge the chat and I want to give a quick shout out and then we'll bring in our special guest, man. And not only that, guys, real quick, I want to tell you who's coming on the show this January. So next week we have this is booked. I gotta make it official. We got Comic Food, man, and Squatchy. You know these guys, man. You already know these guys. They go out there, do these unboxing videos. They're amazing, man. And I'm happy to have them on the show. On January 26th, we have Two Brother Comics. So make sure you stay for that. Make sure you have a notification bell for that one, man. These two brothers are they don't one of them live in another state or whatever, but they were hanging out recently. So yo, it's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope having these guys on the show. Now, what we're gonna do is going to jump in the chat right now. I want to say, yo, the super chat is open if you want to donate to the channel. I'm gonna use all this cents or dollars to buy a new mic, or maybe use this money to MegaCon 2020 here in Orlando. But with that being said, let's say Comics on the Mind, man, is in the house, man. What's going on? There it is, man. Two Brother Comics, Z Collects. I got your package boxed up, ready to go. I think it's going out tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it will be. So let's hopefully I can get to the post office. If not, I'll get my wife to do it, man. She's really good doing that stuff for me. Man, Mike Comics in the house, man. He said, "Yo, Rod, what's up?" All right, we got Justice for Comics. Justice for Comics. What's going on? The homie knows a thing or two about a comic. And Stevie B, the place to be. Y'all check his channel out too, man. Stay Puff 1983 is in the house. He was just at the convention over there in Orlando, Florida. I wish I was there with him. Marquise Roberts, what's up? KSN Comics, what's up, my brother? Matthew Marlin, what's going on, man? Thank you for hanging out on the channel, man. All right, let's see here. Just I hear my phone beeping. I gotta make sure it's not the wifey, because if she's texting me, if I ignore her, she's gonna get pissed off. So we got Hialeah Comics in the house. We got Puff Comics in the house. What's going on? 1-2 Comic Talk in the house, man. What's up, man? I really do appreciate your time. Sling Comics and more. What? What's going on, guys? What's going on? And man, these people put out great content. All you gotta do is check their channel. I got everyone's channels on link below, the one I give them a shout out to. So make sure if you want to subscribe to them, all you gotta do is click the little arrow button. It's gonna drop down, and all you gotta do is click their channels, man. All right, we got let's see who else is in the house. D Comic Collector, my homie, what's going on, brother? How are you doing? We got Rob Boswell in the house. What's going on? You need a Lego version, Rob. No, man, I'll leave that to John, man. I'll leave that to John, and John can take care of that one. All right. We got Bake the Snake in the house. We got 36 Chamber Tattoo Studios. Yo, he's from PA over there in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. Man, that's my hometown, Philly, man. We're going to talk about Philly in a few minutes. Mr. Gretzky, 9966 in the house. Yo, man, the chat is popping. Bake the Snake. I already said your name, I believe. And with that being said, I'm not gonna hold this guy here on timeout that long. I'm gonna bring him on the show, and then I'll give out the shout out to the first one here. But here he is, man, for the first time ever. This is a true first. This is a true first, man. What is going on?
What is up, Rod? How you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Doing great, man. Just hanging out here on a Sunday. The weather's nice outside, and I didn't do the little name things on StreamYard, so I really do apologize for that, guys.
No worries, man.
So, with that being said, guys, this is the comic book villain, man. And I say his name like that all the time, D, because this guy supports everyone's channel. You see him out there, man. You know who he is. If you don't, yo, can you let the people know who you are, sir?
Yeah, man. I'm the comic assassin, buddy. Just coming out here, just rocking out with you today on a beautiful Sunday.
I really do apologize about that, man. I was thinking about buying a whole stack of comic books, and that was in my head. But you know what? Yo, I really do apologize about that. Sorry, sir. So take it over, brother.
Buddy. It's all good. Some people might think I'm a villain, you know. So how's the weather down there in Florida, man? Is it good?
It's warm. It's warm. So
good.
Yeah, man.
We just had a whole bunch of tornadoes come through here yesterday, man. We had just a tornado hitting just a few miles down south, you know. So it's a beautiful day now, though. So
yep. And once again, man, I want to apologize to the chat, man. This is the assassin, man, not the comic book villain. So I had to apologize real quick to my homie, the special guest on the show. So I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, man. So let the people know who you are right now. This is the place to be on the Comic Book Community Shoutout Show. And I'll give you the platform right now, so that way you can plug your channel real quick. Here you go, brother.
Yeah, man. So if you come check out my channel, basically I try to come out to y'all on Monday, give y'all a little shout out about what's going on in the news, what books are coming out this upcoming new comic book day type of thing. I try to do on Friday or towards the end of the week, just show you guys what books I picked up. Also doing a comic book review. I usually try to shout out more indie books when it comes to my comic book review, just because there's books out there that you might not be necessarily looking at and wanting to just spread the love of what's out there. But other than that, just being out here in the community, watching all you guys' content, and just hanging out, man. Every once in a while, I'll throw some impromptu videos, here or there, but nothing too crazy, man.
But you know what? You put out great content. You put out great edit videos, and you know what? I'm just curious, man. How you came up with the name, with the Assassin name in it, man?
Man, it's just one of those things where I was just thinking about doing a show, and the name came to me and it stuck. It's like, hey, the Comic Assassin. All right, we're gonna be killing it. We're gonna be going down and getting those long boxes, them short boxes. We're gonna be deep diving, and we're gonna be killing it. And yeah, it's pretty simple actually.
All right, well, that's pretty dope, man. He comes up with a great name. He's does his video with the little handkerchief around the mouth and stuff like that. And why that, man? Why are you doing that?
Well, I mean, hey, why are you wearing a hat? It's a part of the gimmick. Like I have to. Everybody out here has something unique, but it kind of sells themselves. And we're talking about masked villains all day long in comic books, so why not be masked up? And there's some other reasons because with my profession and everything else, like you have to be careful what you say, and I want to be honest with the community, and I don't want to be villainized for what I say for what I do here on YouTube. So hey, why not? Why not do it?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's dope. I dig it, and that's it's pretty neat what you're doing because you do great videos, man. And I know you're a Deadpool fan. I know you're a Spider-Man fan, and we're gonna dig into that a little bit more. And not only that, I gotta give out a quick shout out at number one right now, man. I don't know if you've seen this channel before, but I'm gonna throw it out there to Comic Cover 21. 21 subscribers. Comic Cover is a dope channel, man. It's a new channel. So what you want to do is you can find them on Instagram under the same name, Comic Cover 215. It's where you're gonna find them at on Instagram. And you're probably wondering what's the channel is all about. The channel speaks for itself, man, because you're gonna see him pick up some new comic books. He's gonna talk about the comic book covers, man. That's what he does. And not only that, he just started a new vlog, and it's called Comic Hustle. Now, he's from Philly. I'm from Philly, so I'm digging this channel because I haven't been to Philly in probably a year now. But you know what? He's gonna go out there and walk around on his phone, just hanging out, man, walking through the streets of Philadelphia. So I feel like I'm there watching this stuff. He's gonna go to the comic book shops, and then he's gonna hop into the car. He's gonna drive to a different shop in Philly. It's dope, man. And you know what? He's just gonna, just talk about things and just comic talk. So if you have not seen Comic Cover, check him out right now. And like I said, man, all the links are in the description below. And he's at 21 subscribers. Let's get those numbers up the same way we need to get the villain right here. The villain. I don't know why I got the name of him. The Comic Assassin, man. Get these numbers up right now for my homie, man. Let's get these numbers up for him too. And there it is. At number one, we have Comic Cover 21 subscribers on Instagram. You can find him under the same name. And let's keep it going here. Let me jump into the chat if you don't mind, sir, brother. We got Tom's Comic Books and Reviews. He was supposed to jump on the show last night. We had some technical difficulties with him. We got Rob Boswell. We got J Hood Creative in the house. What's going on, man? And I think that is it, man. What you guys want to do, man? Hit that like and subscribe to everyone in the chat. Not only that, my homie right now, the one and only, the Assassin, is in the house, man. The Assassin in the house. He is one of the biggest supporters in the comic book community. So you might want to check his channel out. If not, what the hell is wrong with you, man? So how you got into comics, brother?
Actually, man, it's one of those things where I was fortunate enough to be gifted a comic book when I was a kid, and my first comic book ever was Wolverine #6. Got it. I still have it. And it's just one of those things that when you first start reading a comic book, you either love it or you don't. And I loved it. And I was just fortunate enough that I had family members that kept on gifting me comic books. And yeah, that's how it started, just for a simple comic book, just reading it and just like, man, look at this awesome stuff that's going on. And being fortunate that I lived close enough where I could ride my bike down to the local drugstore and they had a little spinner rack and be able to pick up more comics. And yeah, that's how it all started. But like most people, I had to take a little time out. I became a teenager, started, dating, doing high school, and just living life, et cetera, et cetera. And so I took a big pause in my collecting throughout those years, but I just picked it back up the last couple of years because I was in a place where I knew that I could start collecting again. I wanted to start collecting again, and so yeah, now I'm back in it, man.
It's pretty dope, man. It's weird how we get back into collecting comic books and stuff like that. I've told the story before. My house was broken into, and my buddy took me to the comic book shop. I said I need a new hobby. Well, not a new hobby, but I want to get back into it. And here I am. Like 4 years later, here I am collecting comic books, and it's amazing, man. It is amazing. Let's see.
Definitely
here.
definitely is.
All right, so I'm gonna jump into a second shout out right here, man. He is coming in right now at 246 subscribers, guys. We got Puff Comics, man. And you can find him on Instagram under the same name. You know what? My homie Mason has a cool channel, man. What you're gonna find there is some pretty cool ass pickups. I have to say. They're cool ass pickups because his pickups he got some serious omnibuses, man. These things are expensive. I don't have any because they're pricey. But you know what? He goes online and finds them on instocktrade.com. So you know what? Check his channel out. He's just sitting there just talking about books and stuff like that. So 246 subscribers, Puff Comics in the house. I dig the name. I don't know why, but if Perry was here, he would take it to a different level. But I want to hear the damn helicopter over my head. There was a criminal loose, man. But anyway, man, I don't know if you've seen that channel before, but there it is. And I want to jump back in the chat real quick, and then we can keep on talking about stuff, brother. Thank you for accepting the invite to come on the show. We got Zen World in the house, Metaphorical in the house, 2nd Street Marvel.
And Metaphorical, yep.
You know Metaphorical?
Yeah. I watch his stuff. He makes out great content, man. Great content.
Yeah, he is a cool homie in the comic book community. He was actually trying to help me one time last summer, trying to do OBS, and I was like, man, this shit ain't working, man. I still can't get it to work. I think I need a new camera is what I need. But you know, Second Street Marvel in the house. What's up, Trinity? Congratulations on hitting 1,000, sir. That is a big accomplishment. And we got the Gray Man in the house, man. What is going on, man?
Old Gray Man, yeah.
Gray Man, cool homie in the community. And let's see here. We got John Campbell's kids just jumped on. Van Rangeland Vigilante in the house. Thurston, my homie in the house, man. How are you doing? And we got Fire Davis in the house, man. What's going on? So we were talking about, personally on the private chat, favorite characters. You said Spider-Man is your favorite one. Deadpool is your favorite character. So my favorite character is Flash. So Spider-Man, how you came up with Spider-Man?
It's actually funny, man, because like I said, my first comic book ever was Wolverine, so Wolverine always has a special place in my heart. And actually, Daredevil was one of my first favorite characters. I remember being in Sunday school, just doing like the double D logos and everything else, and just. But once I started reading the Amazing Spider-Man, it just stuck, you know. And I can't give it probably a unique response because everybody likes Spider-Man because they can identify with the stuff that he goes through. He's just a kind of a real kid, right? Dealing with trying to pay the bills and just do what's right and everything else. But yeah, man, like I'm still a big hardcore Spidey fan. One of my first cars that I ever had was an old Mitsubishi Eclipse. Had the Spidey one personalized tag, the Spidey floor mats, and everything else. And so people they nicknamed me Spidey. That was the Spidey Mobile.
Wow.
And so yeah, love some Spidey, and that is my goal. That is my goal this year is to concentrate more on getting my Amazing Spider-Man run somewhat more complete. I know it's not going to be completed this year, but
So how many issues? Actually, before we move forward, I want to say thank you to Metaphorical. He said, "Keep it classy for us on a Sunday." I'll keep it classy for you, Metal. So, what books are you looking for Spider-Man ASMs or stuff like that? What are you looking for?
well, I mean, so I actually have a contest going on right now about your New Year's resolution, and one of my New Year's resolutions for this upcoming year is I want to get at least 10 books from 1 to 100 with the ASM. Some of them I already have, but yeah, that's where I'm focusing my goal right now.
Okay. That is a good run to get. I have a buddy of mine that's trying to collect the whole run too of ASM 1 through 100. He wants all those numbers, but man, that's a difficult run to pick up. But
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean and to me, like, it's all about I'm not one of these crazy persons when it comes to condition. Of course, I want something in decent condition, but it has to be condition meets price and be reasonable. Like this is stuff that I want for my collection, not for resale necessarily. All my stuff is going to be passed down to my kids. So yeah, I mean, it's an obtainable goal, and I think we'll get there eventually. Already picked up my first one. Here, I'll show you, Rod. Already picked up my first one right now. This is the first book I got of the year.
oh wow,
Amazing Spider-Man 65.
wow, that's clean, dude.
So, I mean, it's got a few defects, but overall, it meets my criteria for a book that I want. You know, and yeah, of course, everybody wants an ASM number one or some of these big banger books, and I'm gonna get what I can get. well, I can get it.
Yeah.
Like,
And you know what?
yeah, that's my goal for the year.
But that no, there's a question that just popped in my head. So do you all right, you like slabs or raw copies or low grade? So if you want something in your collection, will you take a low? I'll take a low grade any day of the week, man.
I will take a low grade copy if the price is right.
Okay.
I mean, like this book right here. I mean, this is in decent condition. I'll be honest. I paid maybe $20 plus like $10 shipping for it, and that was good. Now, if it was beat all to heck and back, maybe not so much. So but I'm okay with getting a low grade copy if I'm not paying out the wazoo for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you know what though? It's like at times it's like, man, it's like I love slabs and stuff like that, but man, I'll take a crappy ass low grade to add it to my PC any day of
Yeah.
the week. And you know what? I think a bunch of people in the house will say the same thing. And I want to jump in the chat real quick. A few people just jumped on. We got Fatal J in the house, man. What's going on? I think I think he just I believe he hit 1,000. So he had something on Twitter where he was doing his monetized stuff. So congrats, sir, to that. And we got Fictional Reality Arts LLC. Man, the guy puts out. He is a comic book writer and creator. And if you want to check out his stuff, all you gotta do is click his channel right now. And let's see here, making sure we're not repeating anyone's channel because you guys should know, man. You should know everyone already, man. So, all right. So,
Hey, congrats to Vigilante. He just said he just picked up his first slab. So congrats to you, brother.
oh man, congrats, Thurston. Really happy to see that, man. And with that being said, let's jump into at number 3 on the comic book community shout out show. We have 4-color commentary coming at 109 subscribers. I do not know if they have a Instagram. I search. I've been awake since 8 and I have not found anything. But you know what? I know his name is Mark. He is a cool dude. But you know what? His channel is for adults only. He is a comic fan. And he's been, just enjoying this ride for 40 plus years. And, it's one of those things where, he wants to review and do information on comic books, man. So what you want to do is check out his channel right now. 109 subscribers, 4-color commentary. Great homie in the comic community. And you know what? He does some pressing stuff, some combo gimmicks, and more. So check it out, man. Check it out. What you have to lose by supporting a comic book community member? That's the thing. There's a bunch of people out there that are closing their channels out because of this whole copper thing. You know what? We'll push forward, man. They're not coming after us. They're coming after the big dogs, you know. But that's just the way I feel. What do you think about that one, Mr. Assassin?
About the whole COPPA thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, I actually dropped a video about my thoughts on COPPA, and it's actually interesting you bring this up because I wanted to give one special shout out
Do it, brother.
to a kid. He's a high schooler. His name is the Dark Knight Detective. You can find him here on YouTube, and I really enjoyed his shows. He was doing comic reviews, as you can imagine, with the name Dark Knight Detective. Obviously, he likes Batman. So he was reviewing a lot of Batman. He was also doing some Venom stuff. And I was trying to be a supporter of his channel because, hey, you have to support the youth, right? I mean, all of us, me and you, Rod, we're getting older. And at the end of the day, we have just boxes of books, right? And we want this, we want this to go to somebody eventually who will take care of them and love them. And so it's so important to get the youth involved. But I noticed on his channel that eventually all his videos were dropped, like they were gone. And I reached out to him. I was like, hey, what's going on? And he said Kappa. Like he was so scared that he deleted all of his videos, and I think he's getting back into it. I think Kappa got a lot of people scared, and unfortunately, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to phrase. I mean, you have to take care of yourself. No one wants to get fined thousands of dollars for just making a video for people. But ultimately, I think it's just overplayed. I don't think people need to worry that much. I mean, it's a YouTube issue, not a me and you issue. That's how I view it.
Yeah, it is kind of how should I say? I want to say kind of sad when I see certain channels from the comic book community just close the channels down. But you know what? If that's the way they feel, then I have to respect that.
No doubt, man. I mean, you got to take care of yourself. I don't blame anybody for taking off their videos or not producing more content because of this whole thing. I mean, you got to look out for yourself. But I think it's just been over exaggerated with with everything. Because I mean, like I said, the whole thing with Kappa is who's collecting data. Rod, you're not collecting data. I'm not collecting data. You know what I'm saying? So that's a hard fight for them to actually prove in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well said, man. Well said. There's I hear an echo. Maybe is that me or? But you know what? It's true, man. Because I don't think coppers coming after us, man. We're just small people, but we got big channels out there, and it's scary. It's scary for those guys, but you know what? We're still gonna support them no matter what, man, because that's how we
Yeah.
do. And with that being said, I just want to jump in the chat real quick. Count Von Strange. Now I'm not good with Roman numerals, man. I think is that a 4 or 5? I don't know.
It's a 4.
It's a 4. And you know what? He's actually on my list for a shout out. So stay tuned for that. And all right, so we're gonna push forward here. I'm gonna run down the first few channels I gave a shout out to, and we could keep on talking about comic books, anything we want to talk about. Mr. D Comic Assassin, man. He is the man. He is the man. He is one of the biggest supporters in the comic book community. I swear, man. You'll see him everywhere in the chat. All right. At number 1, we have Comic Cover at 21 subscribers. You can find him on Instagram under the same name, but add 215 to it. You know what? Homie he's just a chill dude, man. He's a chill dude, and he's from Philly, my hometown. And his last video, he's doing a new vlog, and you can watch him walking around Philadelphia, going to the comic book shops, and then he jumps in his car, and he'll give you a tour of Philly, going to the next comic book shop. It's pretty dope, man. And at number 2, we got Puff Puff Comics, 246 subscribers. You can find him on Instagram under the same name, Mason. It's an awesome dude, man. But what makes him more awesome is that these omnibus, these books, these things are expensive, man.
The big ones.
Do you have any?
So what?
The omnibus. Do you have any of those things, man?
No, I don't have any omnibuses. No.
Man, they're pricey, man. They're pricey.
I know.
But he said he buys them from instocktrade.com. And I mean, you get a little discount, but those jokers are, man, I ain't messing around with those things, man. And at number 3, we have 4 color commentary at 109 subscribers, man. You know what? This is not for kids. He said this is for adults. This is all adult comic books. And you know what? He's been doing his thing for 40 years. And you know, you're gonna find reviews and some information on cheap comic books and commentary and comic book news and some comic pressing, should I say, and maybe a gimmick or two. So all you gotta do is check out that channel right now. And at number 4, we have Sling Comics and More. 42 subscribers on YouTube. Instagram, you can find him, I believe, under the same name, or actually unknown. I tried searching for it, I cannot find it. It's a new channel, man. He has some, comic hauls, and then he has some autograph comic books too. But that's pretty much it. So I want to give him a shout out. But he had a video out there, some soup or something, some soup or a crock pot or something. But you know what? That's why I guess it said Slim Comics and More. So hey, you want to see some soup or something? Check it out, man.
Hey, I like soup.
Hey, man, you can't go wrong with some
You
soup.
can't go wrong with soup, baby.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about it right now. I just got real hungry. And oh man, he's in the house. Perry Comics in the house, man. What's going
Perry?
on? What's going on, Perry Comics? All right, so we'll keep it going here, hanging out with my homie, the comic book assassin in the house, man. And we're gonna talk about, I know he likes Spider-Man. I know he likes Deadpool. The question is, all right, who will win a battle between Deadpool versus Wolverine? It's one of the questions I've thought about for weeks and weeks, man. What do you think?
Oh man,
That's
you're dropping a loaded gun right there, baby. Like who would win between Deadpool and Wolverine? Honestly, I think they would both just fight until they both quit. I think they'd be like, okay, I've had enough. I've had enough. You've already took off my limb. You've done this to me. I think it would ultimately end in a stalemate. So yeah, I'm going with the easy out on this answer. I'm thinking they're going with the stalemate.
You go with the stalemate, huh? But you know what? It's interesting because you get cut off a limb and grow it back. But I don't know, man. Something about Wolverine, man. It's telling me.
No, I think Wolverine has the grit. I think he would definitely put more into it. So I definitely would give Wolverine a leg up in the battle. But I mean, I guess we'd have to see, whose regeneration factors or who heals faster, et cetera, et cetera. So I mean, I want to give Wolverine the edge, but then again, knowing Deadpool would be like, okay, you could take this off, that's cool, whatever, and make a joke about it, and they would just keep on going and going. It seems like a never-ending battle to me.
Yeah, and it's you can probably find some of those videos on YouTube where I forget what they're called, but you can find like certain superheroes battling one each other.
Yeah,
it's pretty dope, man. But it's
just like Count Von Strange just said, I think Deadpool would annoy Wolverine to the point he would just say forget it and leave, and that's kind of what I'm saying too. I think he would just he'd be just too witty and just make a joke about everything. Well, Wolverine would find like, I'm done.
Nice, yeah, man, for sure, man.
Well said, Count Von Strange. Well said.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Bunch of people in the house, man. I want to jump in the chat once again, and I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us on the Comic Book Community Shout Out Show. My special guest is the one and only. I had to apologize. I botched his name in the beginning, but this is the comic book assassin, one of the biggest supporter in the comic book community, man. So thank you so much for accepting the invite to do your first true appearance on a live show. So
Yep.
thank you, brother. Thank you so much. And what I want to say here, we got Air Spider 23 in the house. I collect I collect a lot in the house. Hold on, man. There's a lot of damn talking. Good lord, man.
Hey, can I give a shout out?
You could do whatever you want, man.
I know you like to keep your shout outs to channels less than 1,000 subscribers and below, but dude, I'm gonna
Do it.
shout out you, homie. Just a Rican in his comics, man. You were the very first subscriber to my channel, and the stuff that you do on a weekly basis, the content you put out, these shows that you do on Sunday, man, they're kind of a blessing and a curse because you get so many people names out there, and I find people all the time. They're like, man, this is an awesome channel. It's a curse because I don't have enough time to watch all these people's channels, right? So man, a big shout out to you, homie. You do so much for this community. You don't get enough thanks and praise for the stuff that you do. So just please know that it's very heartfelt for me. Everything that you do, brother. All right, and keep doing it. Keep doing it.
I really do appreciate it. It's like at times where it's like, it's like I could wake up and I'm tired, and I'm like, I'm not going to do a show, but then I'm like, you know what? I'll get a DM. Oh, you doing the show today, or whatever. And I say this week after week, and then the
Yeah.
comments, like you just said right now, that's gonna motivate me to do more, better for the following week. So I really do appreciate it, and having you to be a true first appearance on the comic book community shout out show, man. It's
It was almost meant to be, man. Like I said, you were seriously hands down my very first subscriber. I think me and you were both in the chat with at Reggie Collects, and we were in the chat, and all of a sudden you said, "Hey, subbed you up." So you were my very first sub, and you are my very first live collaboration. And yeah, it was meant to be, bud. Meant to be.
yeah, and it's only going to get better because we'll all expand. And with that being said, Rob Boswell, thank you so much, sir, for the super chat, man. I'm gonna take, if I can reach a certain amount of money, either upgrade this crappy ass mic I have here that's holding on to tape. Either that, I'm gonna take it, or use the money to a MegaCon. Um, yo, man. So, how many books do you have in your collection? I'm just curious.
If you want to ask my wife, she would say too much.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm looking at right now. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have at least right here about at least 20 short boxes of stuff, and then I mean my to read stack could at least fill at least 1 or 2 short boxes. Like I still have so much stuff I need to read. But that's what I'm trying to do this year. I'm trying to tone it down a little bit instead of like going out and just buying books week after week after week. I'm really trying to focus on my ASM run. So I won't be buying as much this upcoming year. At least I hope. But it's hard to stay out of my LCS, man. I love those guys, and there's a lot of new cool stuff coming out, and yeah. But yeah. I definitely have a lot. I have a lot.
Yeah, it's my room here is filled. Well, actually, it's not even a room. My room is a sun room. I gotta block all the sun out. But all my boxes are short boxes, and I have about maybe 2,000 comics. And my wife is saying, "What are you gonna do with all your comics?" And I talked about it last night. She was like, "Well, I have all my cups. Why can't I have the?" She has these fucking cups, man. I just like, what the hell you do with these cups? But anyway,
what kind of cups are they though? What kind of cups do they
they're like these plastic, like they're not even Yeti cups. Those is the cups where you can put the ice in and it won't there's no water will feel like, outside of the
Okay.
cup. And I'm just like, they're everywhere. They have her name on them, or the best wife and all, but not from me. But it's like,
Yeah.
your best sister, and I was like, why? And I went cooking, I opened the damn thing up, all these cups started falling out. I was like, babe, you gotta do something, man. This is
Hey,
ridiculous.
if she likes them, you let her have them, baby. That's all it is to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If she loves them, let her have them.
And that's what
Yeah.
she said, man. That's what she said. Well, you like your comics? Let me like my cup. She
Exactly.
grabbed all her cups right to the bedroom. She put some in the bedroom, and I was just like, man, whatever, man. All right, so let's see, man. I'm gonna jump in the chat one more time here, and let's see who's in the house. Stay Puff, man. Stay Puff had a great day. He was out there doing a convention and buying some comic books. I see him taking some pictures. So what you want to do is check out Stay Puff
Good deal.
1983, man. Great homie in the comic community here in
Definitely.
Orlando, Florida. And as always, guys, man, I want to say thank you to everyone that was donating on the super chat, and I really do appreciate that. And I'm going to jump into number 5 right now on the shout out show, Mr. Assassin. If you don't mind, let me just do this real quick. We got Comic News Networks coming in at 511 subscribers. All right, so this channel is pretty much dedicated to the comic book hauls and his collection. All right, so his goal is to showcase all his greatness in the comic books. All right, and not only that, in addition to the comic books, he has some, the comic halls and collections, like I just mentioned, but he offers key comic advice. So, people they wonder any advice in the comic book community. So there it is, Comic News Network, 511 subscribers. Feel free to check it out. But basically, it's just those videos that talk about hot comic books and stuff that maybe collectors want to invest in. So there it is, man. Like I just said, Comic News Network, 511 subscribers. I don't know if they have an Instagram. I've searched, I cannot find it. And I'm gonna run it down 1 through 5. We're gonna keep on talking with the Assassin. I like that. The Assassin. Comic cover at 21 subscribers, man. Homie from Philadelphia. Yo, that's my hometown. He just rocking out, walking through the
Philly.
streets of Fit. What was that?
Some Philly. Yeah.
Yeah, man, from Philly, man, just hanging out. It's pretty dope, man. I miss Philadelphia so much, and I'll be there soon. But you know what? He goes to LCS. Check out the video, man. We got Puff Puff Comics, 246 subscribers. You can find them on Instagram under the same name. We got 4Color Commentary, 109 subscribers. I don't know if they have an Instagram, but you know what? Check out the channel. Mark is a cool homie. He's been doing his thing for 40 years. And something you want to check it out, man. That's what you want to do. We got Sling Comics and More, 42 subscribers. Instagram, I have not found his page, but you know what? It's a new channel. He's got his regular comic haul videos, new books, and some autograph stuff. And it's just fairly new. And he got some food video in there too. And like I just mentioned, Comic News Network coming in at 511 subscribers. Guys, check it out right now. And as always, man, this is the Comic Book Community Shout Out Show. We're hanging out with my homie, the Comic Book Assassin. I apologize, man. I botched that at the very beginning. I kept saying,
Dude, it's all good, man. It's all good.
I kept saying the comic book villain, man, because that guy buys everything. So there it is, man.
No, he does. Yeah, he's always like, I'm buying everything. I'm buying everything.
Yeah. So
I know
that
exactly
is shout out for him too, then. But this is my
Yeah.
homie right now, man. This guy is the first time ever. This is a true first true first believer, whatever category you want to put this at, first live stream. I want to say thank you so much for hanging out on the show. So, man,
Dude, yeah, thank you for having me, buddy. Thank you for having me.
but we're going to keep on talking here. And I want to acknowledge a few more people that just jumped in the house here. We got Who Dat Comics in the house.
Who dat?
What's
Yep.
going on, man? ASN 129, my brother from Florida, just got back from a small. Yeah, I know you did, man. Don't rub it on me. I'm already pissed off. I wasn't there. All right. So, do you dig any like signed comic books and stuff like that, or you don't care about signed comic books?
No, man. Yeah, I like signed comics. I mean, it's not. I mean, if I go to a con, yeah, definitely, I'm gonna bring some stuff, try to get signed. But yeah, it's not something I shoot after. Um, I currently own 0 slabs. I don't do slab comics. Just because I like to open up my books and I like to read them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm not gonna get stuff slabbed in the future. I wouldn't like to get a slab comic, but yeah, I just like having single issues that I can open up, I can enjoy, I can read. Once you get them signed, you kind of feel like, oh, I need to put them away in a corner and never touch them again, type of thing. But yeah, I do like signed comics. Just depend on who, So for instance, my Wolverine #6, my very, very first comic that I've ever had, I actually got to go get it signed by Chris Claremont about 2 years ago, and it was just fun having the interaction. Like he would actually open up the books and just talk about the issue, and he sat there and talked to me for like 10 minutes while he's signing this comic book. So that's what I like. It's not just necessarily the signature, it's the interaction with the writer and everything else that I enjoy.
Yeah, I have some signed stuff. And with that being said, I want to say thank you so much on Stevie B Comics for the super chat. Really
He's
do
awesome.
appreciate that. Yeah, he just dropped. He was doing. I think he did like a live show earlier today. I was on his chat. But you know what? It's like how can I say? Sometimes you can meet a writer or a creator, but then you want a signature. They may charge you for that. And that's another thing. A lot of people, do you pay for a signature? I did it.
Yeah.
I did it one time, but I did it with
They got to
Epic
make their
Games.
money. You know what I'm saying? And I get that. I mean, I'm not, but it depends on how much they're trying to sell it for. I'm all about paying 5, 10, 15 bucks, but you got these people out there wanting to charge like 50, 100 bucks for the signature. And to me, that's a little hot headed,
Yeah.
and my wallets are, my pockets are not that deep. You know what I'm saying? So I will let those ones slide, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like people that they're like, hey, you pay $20, I'll sign all the books you got for that you want to bring. That's cool. It's supposed to be about the appreciation of the fans. A con's not only about us going there to see people we like, it's also supposed to be them appreciating their fans. So as long as there's a good medium, I'm okay with it. But yeah, I'm not going to pay outrageous prices for any signature.
Yeah, and it's on. Now we're talking about the signatures. I remember it was I think 2 years ago. I went to the con, and Ed McGuinness is sitting there, and I'm like the only one there, but he puts a sign up. He had to go to lunch and eat whatever. So I come back, and there's a person in front of me. Well, I think it was a mother, because the son wasn't there, obviously, because he was like, "Who do you want me to sign this to?" And she was like, "Oh, to my son, or whatever." So I was like, "All right, that's pretty cool." So then he looks at me. He goes, "What's going on?" And I swear, he was the coolest guy ever. He was like, "Yo, man, do you mind if I take a bite from my sandwich?" I was like, "Man, do whatever the hell you want." He just grabbed his sandwich, he starts eating, just open up his coat, he starts drinking his soda. And he was like, "Well, so how you want me to do this?" I was like, "Well, can you sign it?" Well, he was like, I'll charge you $10 unless you were to sign like to your name, like to Rod or whatever. It will be free." And I was like, "Oh, I don't want to Rod or what." I was like, "Man, I'll
Yeah, I
pay the
agree.
ten
I
bucks."
agree.
So and he was cool. He was, I swear, the coolest guy I ever met. And Perry Comics talking about Jim Lee. Oh man, don't get me started. He's smeared. I gave him 3 books. He signed 2 of them, and he signed the last one. He just put the book on top of it, and he smeared it. It's not
Weird
bad. It's
all.
not bad at all.
Yep.
But it's still smeared. But he looked at me, and he noticed what he did wrong.
he
So,
knew. He knew he messed up.
and that was my wife was like, "Can I take a picture?" And but anyway,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I don't like the whole personalized signatures either. Just, I mean, especially for a resale value, even though I don't sell any of my comic books, but from a collector standpoint of view, I mean, the more personalized ones, yeah, I just do. Just give me your name. That's fine.
for sure, man. And I questioned you earlier. Are you into gaming?
I do. I do like gaming. I do. I've been actually I made the mistake of playing Fortnite, and so that consumed a lot of my year. My oldest daughter made a lot of fun about it, but yeah, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2. That's the game I've been rocking out nowadays. But yeah, I'm more of a I like the open game type thing. Final Fantasy, Skyrim, Witcher, those type of games. That's kind of what I usually roll with.
All right. Before we keep talking about gaming, because I know Perry Comics loves some gaming. Maybe you guys could work something out.
Yeah, he
Maybe do
does.
and do some stuff. But just a little podcast. Did Jim Lee charge, right? Actually, it was at the Coliseum Comics here in Florida, and I had to pay for a ticket to get in. So he signed $3. I think I paid. Uh, I think that was $20 to get in. So I think that was okay, man. $20 to get in, for a ticket. But I got
It's not
three
bad.
books signed, so it's not too bad. So that's why I did it. And actually, it was like the first time that I met someone like that big. And Jim Lee's like he looks like he's 5 foot, so I thought he would have been a lot bigger, stuff like that. But it was a great experience, man. All
Yeah,
right.
he's a big name, man. He's a big name. So
So, all right. So let's see here. I'm gonna run down the shout outs once again, guys. All the links are below. We got Comic Cover. He has 21 subscribers, man. Check out the tour through Philadelphia while he goes to the comic book shops. We got Puff Puff Comics at 246 subscribers, and he has an Instagram, man. It's a cool channel. You want to check it out? Got some kick-ass pickups. And not only that, he got some pretty cool omnibus. So check that one out. We got 4 color commentary, 109 subscribers. Yo, what do I gotta say, man? The guy's been doing this thing for a long time. So check out. Oh man. Hold on, guys.
hey, comics on the mind. Yes, I'm going to be playing that Final Fantasy VII remake.
They're doing a remake to that.
Yeah.
Holy bananas.
I love Final Fantasy so much. My oldest son is named after a Final Fantasy character. So yeah, I dig some Final Fantasy. So
Man, that Final Fantasy VII, I remember. Well, actually, we could keep on talking. We got Slim Comics and more, 42 subscribers. And we got Comic News Network, 511 subscribers. But Final Fantasy VII, when that game dropped, I remember working with people. They were able to burn the game itself and sell them. I'm pretty sure you're aware of that.
yeah.
But man, I had that game. That was a 3 disc game. Actually, maybe a 4 disc game. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I remember
No, it definitely was. Yeah.
it was dope, man. That is one of the all time classic games, and you could probably go on eBay try to find that. That's expensive to find. It's hard to find.
Yep.
All right, so you're into that stuff, and I actually I was talking to someone last night. I have a Dreamcast, and I'm trying to sell a Dreamcast, and then I'm gonna sell two games, but not the Dream. Do you have a Dreamcast?
And dude, I got suckered in. Like my buddy was like, "Oh, dude, check out this gaming system," because the at that point the only other gaming system that I ever me personally had was the original Nintendo, and everybody got the Sega and all this stuff, and I played them, but I just never owned one. And he was like, "Hey, man, there's this thing called a Dreamcast," and basically it was right before Dreamcast went out of you know just quit making any games. So I got it for cheap, but then there was like no more new games. So yeah, but I did have a Dreamcast. That's one of the first systems I actually bought with my own money, I guess you could say.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's the name of your son? Or you?
Say what?
So what's the name of your kid?
My son's name is Aaron. So if you remember Final Fantasy X, Sir Aaron, yeah, that's his name. So
Nice, man.
yeah.
It's crazy
Yeah,
how like
I had a name. I had a name after out of a badass. I mean, he's one of the most awesome characters in Final Fantasy X, and I just always loved the name. And so when I knew we were having a boy, I was like, Aaron. That's it. That's it.
nice, man. That is dope, man. But it's dope, and especially if the wifey or the girlfriend allows it, that's
Oh
amazing.
yeah, she was with it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she was
cool.
all down with it.
Nice, man. All right. So we reached that hour mark, guys. If you have any questions for my homie right now, the comic book assassin, one of the biggest supporters in the comic book community. And once again, I want to apologize for the very beginning. I was saying the comic book villain. So I really do apologize about that. But if you have any questions for my homie right now, the comic book assassin, hey, drop it right now in the chat. And with that being said, everyone's channel is on the description below. All you gotta do is click the link, check the channel out. Please hit the notification bell when it put out great content. That way you won't miss it, man. Let's see here. Oh, Perry's lurking. He's always lurking. He's got the eyes out. But let's see. I own an Atari. Good
Oh
lord.
man, I used to have an Atari too. Because I'm the oldest of my cousins and everything, so everything got handed down to my younger cousins. And the Atari is one thing that got handed down, and I'm a little irritated that happened. But hey, what can you do? But yeah, I love some Atari, man.
Yeah, man. I remember holding the. Oh, I should. Perry won't know about this. Holding the joystick. There it is.
Yep.
Yep. And you got the little right here. That's all you do. Play asteroids all day. Ding, 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 ding. But you know
Yep.
what? There's a question. If you had to get rid of all your books, what would you keep? That's coming from Just a Little Podcast. That's
If
a
you had to get rid of all your books except one, what would you keep? Um, as much as I love my Amazing Spider-Man, I'm gonna have to go back to that Wolverine #6, man. It was the one that started it all. It's my first ever comic I got when I was maybe 7, 8 years old. Um, and I just remember that's what started all of this. So that's the book that I would keep. 'Cause that's the most heartfelt one. It was given to me by my mom. Um, you know, that's what started all.
man. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I just remember walking down to the comic book shop with me and my brother and my homies, and my mom will give us $5, and she'd be like, that's your money for your comic books." We would walk probably forever to hit up a shop in Philly, and $1.20. You know how it was, man. $1.25 for a comic book, and
Yeah. Back
I
when you could get 3 or 4 comic books for $5, right? Instead of one.
yeah. And if we had change, we'll put the quarter on the arcade machine to play. I believe it was like some kind of wrestling game. So it's just it's crazy how time has changed, man. But
Times have changed for sure, man. For sure.
yeah. But yo, man, like I said, this is the comic book community shout out show. I want to say thank you to everyone that's in the house right now. Perry Comics is here. Justice for Comics. Justice is another great channel, guys. You might want to check out. He does a cigar and whiskey thing, or not whiskey, whatever he drinks, but he does smoke a cigar. So and with that being said, I want to leave the platform to you, brother, and let the people know what you got coming on your show and all that good stuff, man. Do you mind the whole platform, or you like it like this?
Hey, I'm fine with this. Yeah, basically, I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. The holidays happened, and haven't been as prompt as I usually am with making my videos. Unfortunately, we had a one of my family members passed away on Christmas Day. So I've been trying to get back in the swing of things, but usually, yeah, I try to do videos usually the beginning of the week, at the end of the week, with a few impromptu here and there. Next week, I will be live on Life with Two YouTubers. So she was going to be my first, and then Rod, you came in, you swept it up. So,
You know how I
but
do,
yeah,
man.
but I'll be on her show next Saturday, and yeah, with that, man, I'm just so thankful to be here with all you guys, hanging out with you, Rod, all these people in the chat. I mean, y'all are awesome. So yeah, I'm not gonna take up too much time on myself. It's all about you guys. I just enjoy being here and hanging out and just being a member of this community. So
Yeah, and I want to say, yeah, you're a cool dude, man. I really do appreciate taking your time away. Probably you want to watch some football and stuff like that, or you got family to take care of, the kids, and um, you know,
oh
uh,
yeah, they're downstairs. Yeah, I'm about to go take care of them. So
thank you so much for jumping on the show. Thank you so much for everyone in the chat and the 5 shout outs again, man. Comic cover, we got Puff Puff Comics, 4 color commentary, Slim Comics and more, Comic News Network. Feel free to check those channels out. But as always, man, I'm your boy Rod Rican, and stay tuned for Buy Your Pass every Tuesday, 8 o'clock with the 4 Horsemen. If not the 4 Horsemen, we have Comic Triple Threat. You know who we are already. And that's it. And don't go nowhere, man. Peace. Like Perry does.
peace out, y'all.